morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee with Casey. We get together and talk about market conditions and, most importantly, market strategies. Right now, this is the winter of the move-up. This is an absolute incredible opportunity. We haven't seen it in years, and everybody could just cancel vacations, cancel the holidays. We've got work to do. This is the winter of move-up. The market conditions have set themselves up that this is a perfect time for people that have tried to buy a house but have another house to sell. Haven't been able to do it for years because things are moving so fast. The only people that win contracts these days were people that had nothing to sell. Well, markets are changing. So let's go over real quick the market dynamics. As inventory goes up, prices get softer. Now you'll see everywhere along the way, as inventory went up, prices got soft. And this is all the way back to 2008. Inventory goes down, prices go up. Most recently, in 2023, that is the bottom of the barrel. Look at how the inventory plummeted in 2023, and we saw what happened to prices. Now, currently, the inventory is coming back, and that's why we saw soft prices over the last couple months. Now, here's a look at the northern region. This is Fairfax, Loudoun, Prince William County, and Arlington. This is the listings that have come out in the last 30 days compared to the same 30-day period from 2014. So normally in this 30 days, you'll see 1,200, 1,300 homes come out. Right now, we've only got 1,000. So we're still way down. We're down below where we are. We are recovering. Last month, 778. Look at that. That is half of what it normally should be. So we're recovering, but not enough, right? We are still in a low inventory period. This is what the year-to-date looks like. So when everybody looks back on 2024, they're going to go, hey, it was better in 2023. Well, anything is better in 2023. But basically, that's 12,000 sales. Look where the sales have been in 2017, 18, 19. 18,000, 19,000, and we're at 12,000. So again, we still have low inventory. It's not a monster, but it has come back some. Now, considering our inventory is so low, how does this happen? How is it that only 26% of the homes in Fairfax County are going under contract in that first 7 days? In May of this year, 75% of the homes listed went under contract in the first week. 75%. That's why you couldn't buy a home contingent on the sale of your home. It was too much competition. Not anymore. This is why this is the winter of the move-up. So if we look at, down on the bottom, some of the counties in the luxury home market, only 22% of the homes go under contract in that first critical period. Now, what this tells me is that 75% of the homes, 75% of the homes listed sit on the market after the first 7 days. That's opportunity time, right? This is the market that I'm looking at. Those 75% of the homes that are sitting on the market where somebody did something wrong. They overpriced, they underprepared, they just didn't prepare the house correctly for sale. Now, see the 100%? Yeah. So I know the market's still good because 100% of our listings are all going under contract the first week. One house just went under for $85,000. Another went on, and I know this is a little crazy. Seller wanted $1 million. Didn't test well. We put it for $950,000. They really wanted $1 million. We got $1.2 million. It settles next week, so we can't disclose addresses. But it went for $1.2 million. Back of the room, we have somebody, they went off at $750,000. They really needed $800,000. We got $841,000. So we know the market's out there. I know it's sizzling. Let me give you a perfect example. Perfect example. We have the message, and the message is the winter is the time to move up. Now is the time. Now is the time. So a couple came to us and go, we'd really like to move up into a new house right now, right? Fine. We went to the builder. We looked at the builder. We did our analyzation, which I'm going to talk about in a little while. Home's not worth $2.25 million. Homes worth 2.1, maximum 2.15. You're 100 to 150,000 overpriced. How about 2.15? And I tell you what, we'll throw in $35,000 worth of more stuff. So we got a new house under contract, $135,000 in benefit for playing in this market. We went back and listed their house, and their house sold for $50,000 over their list price. So if you won 130 here and you made 50 over here, that's a $180,000 benefit to a person that decided to move up in a market like this. They have a new home. Their family's going to move into a brand new, beautiful new home, and they'll be in there by Thanksgiving. And all this happened over a 20-day period of time. So it happens fast. If you know what you're doing, if you know how to negotiate the price of the new home or the existing home that you're buying, and you know how to get this sold quickly and fast and get more than they were asking for, that move-up buyer made $180,000. There's no way they could have done that in May. They never would have gotten out of the starting gate. They couldn't even present a contract on the new home because they were getting 3 or 4 contracts on it. They're not going to take a home that's contingent on the sale of another house. See the opportunity I'm talking about? Now, interest rates are creeping up, right, Mike? They're creeping up a little bit. Perfect. Just what we wanted. If interest rates had fallen down, everybody would come out and start buying, right? Then we got a problem. I couldn't make this move if interest rates were at 5%. It's a cold winter for a lot of sellers whose houses are sitting on the market. I'm leaving this screen up because if you look at all of the counties that are represented here, and for those of you that are listening to this on a podcast, I've got a screen that shows all the county success rates, and that means how many homes were put on the market and went under contract within 7 days, which means there's a bidding war going on, and they were what we call the jet stream. So it looks like Arlington's at 26%, Fairfax 25%, Loudoun is at 27%, Prince William's at 10%. I don't know what you guys are doing out there, Johnny, but they better fix that. But overall, it's 22%, right? So that, to me, is the screen that screams you guys have opportunity. We are having a little more inventory, and it's sitting. So we need sitting inventory in order for our buyers to move up. Why is it important that I keep emphasizing time on the market, days on the market? Why is that success rate so important? If your home goes under market and sells, the average percentage of assessment is 127%. But if it sits 10 to 60 days, you're getting 117% of their assessment. That's basically 10% less, not 115, 1,050,000, 1,025,000. See, it goes down as it goes on. Why? Because people are thinking something's wrong with the house. There's no competitive bids. These houses are stuck in the mud. If you look at over 60 days, that house is selling at 109% of assessment, right? 175,000 less than list price. These are actual numbers that I pull out. I don't trust anybody to do my numbers but me. I run all this through the MLS. So the people that sell in the first 6 days, our first 7 days, 127%, 65,000 over list price, which tracks pretty much what our portfolio is doing. But then you look over 60, they're 175 under list price. They're getting 109%. That is almost 20% less. So when I say this is no market for your friends, family, or neighbors to sell your house for you, you better be working with a professional. Because when 20% of your home's value is at stake, you must do this correctly. You must price it right, stage it right, all the correct stuff. You must not break protocol. My favorite screen. There are 2 places that these homes go. 25% of the homes are going into the jet stream. I can attest that the jet stream is the most wonderful place you can be in. There are bids going on. If you don't like that agent doesn't get the deal because you got bids right behind them that you can move up. And I want to talk also, Coffee with Casey is listened to by 2 basic people. One, clients that are thinking about selling their homes. And Samson Properties agents. Actually, some of the biggest teams in Northern Virginia actually listen to this too. So some are agents and some are. And I want to spend some time today talking about the difference between an agent presenting a contract to a jet stream listing or a listing that's in the mud. It's two entirely different presentations. So we'll talk about that as we go along. But we need to keep all of our homes in the jet stream where there's no home inspections, there's no contingencies, there's no appraisal, there's highest prices, there's bidding wars going on, there's backup contracts in case something goes wrong with contract number one, there's predictable settlement. It's so funny. When I told the builder I'm listing their house, we'll see you on the morning of the 20th of November, right? So I said that like 7-8 days ago. I said, we'll see you in the morning on the 20th of November. I guarantee it. And boom, you had 7 contracts. We're going to settle on the morning of the 20th. So that's how wonderful life in the jet stream is. So the mud, 75% of the homes are now stuck in the mud. Didn't go in the first week. No bidding war, right? We got extending showing times. You're anxious. I'm anxious. The seller's anxious. Everybody's anxious. Something's wrong. We're going into the mud, right? Now, let me be very clear on this. I was just on a panel with experienced agents and team leaders, and the conversation came up about this selling in the first week. And the one top team leader kind of disagreed or scolded me and said, no. We need to, you were there, we need to reset expectations that it's going to be on a little longer than it normally did. That you just got to set the expectation this is going to take a little longer. Can I say bullshit on, can you cut that out? That's bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that. All right? Because that's wrong. If you follow the protocol, you know the market conditions, you know the pricing, you know the home prep, you know the predictive analysis, you do the predictive analysis. If you do all your protocol correctly, you're going to score, and you're going to score big, and you're going to stay in the jet stream, and we will not reset expectations. Our expectations are to be in that jet stream and get a number higher than what than what even the seller expects. We have expectations, and they're not changing. So no realtor should compromise in a market like this. This is a great market. There are buyers out there if you do it correctly. Stay out of the mud. Okay. Defending. Now, here's where it takes true skilled realtors to work in this market. Johnny knows how this works. Person comes in and goes, my buyer wants to buy the house. They like the house. They love the house. What's it going to take in order for us to do it? I don't know where the price is going to be, but here's what I can tell you. It's at least, let's say we have a house that's $1 million, that's listed for $1 million. It's at least $1.05 million. Why do you price it at $1 million? Because that's where the buyer pool is. But according to our document, and here it is, we think it's worth $1 million. The customary value is worth $1.05 million. The updated value is 1.15. It could land anywhere between $1.05 million and 1.15. I'm resetting expectations. The expectation is we're expecting a $1.1 to $1.5 million contract. Now, if your client finds value in the following things, boom, 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 that might move up. And we think it is an updated house based on our pricing because look at our condition, look at our kitchen versus their kitchen. Look at our master bedroom, bathroom versus their master bedroom, bathroom. I rank our house as updated. I think that's where it's going to end up. Now, sometimes they get a little carried away. We put on a house for $950,000. I'm really shooting for about $1.05 million. We got $1.2 million. And it's going to settlement. It got through financing. It's like, we'll take it, right? So that's crazy. That's not the norm. That was crazy. But for something to go from $750,000 to $850,000, no, that's normal. For something to go from $950,000 to $1.1 million, that's okay. That's normal. That's about normal. So how do we defend our value? When I'm a listing agent and somebody's coming in with contracts, the agents don't know what it's worth, but I do, and I can prove it. So what the sellers want is you to defend the value of my house, and you can't do it unless you know the value of the house. Coming and going, you know exactly what the value of that house is. Why did you list it here? Because that's where the buyer pool is. This is what I'm expecting. And we set expectations on every contract presentation. So we update them on market conditions. We have what's called a market snapshot. I said, look, there's nowhere else to go. We're the only thing active right now. So if you want to go between 900 and 1.1 million, we're all you got. Or these two are on the market. They've been on for 64 days. They're stuck in the mud. They're not going anywhere. They're terrible condition. So I'm going to say values, market condition equals contracts. So every weekend we're defending the value of our house, and you have to. You have to, because the buyers aren't sure. I don't know what to offer in this house. And the agent, they're worse at pricing than the buyer. Well, Zillow said it's worth, ain't what Zillow says. It's what we say it's worth. So we send it to the agent. And you know what the agent does? Forward to the buyer. They don't even comment. They go, thank you, I'll forward this to my buyer. What does the agent want? Anybody? What do they want? They want to win the contract. They want to get paid. Help me. Casey, help me help you. Help me. I'm going to help you. They love bringing contracts in because I'm going to tell their buyer what they need to offer. How many of us have had buyers that go, I'll tell you what, give them $1 million and see if that. What do you mean? How do you arrive at $1 million? How did you arrive at that number? Right? No. Let me help you. The value of a listing agent. Now, we prepare pricing for a lot of agents at Samson and a lot of teams. And we send the pricing to them, and during the contract negotiation is when they really want to use it. Hey, I needed to price the house correctly, but that's the same document you need when you're defending your listing price and getting the highest and best number for your seller. And each pricing that we do for people, they get the pricing model and they get the market snapshot and they get what does Zillow say it's worth and Realtor.com and all that garbage. So they've got those documents. That's not just to get the listing. That's to price it correctly and defend the listing when the time comes. The prices are all wobbly right now. It's really a wobbly time. Nobody's really sure what's going on. It's our job to do that. Conversely, I don't know if I got a screen for the buyer stuff. Let's go back. Well, while we're here, let's look at this. So here's a house, and this is Hannah's Pond. Customary value, this is why I was confused because this is a different one. Customary value of this house is $998,000. The list price, in other words, they may have got an average of $998 for the sales price, but the list price of what they had when they put it on the market was an average of $950. So in order to get the $1 million, they put it on for $950. So our list price should be $950. Right? Everybody understand that? So when I look at the people here that are coming in to buy the contract, I'm sending this document to them. It's listed for $950. I'm saying, well, its customary value is $1 million. But look at the updated value, $1,063,000. So this house could go, even though it's listed at $950, could go at $1,063,000. Now, if somebody puts more value on the backyard that's got these beautiful trees and it's got nice ornaments and got all this other stuff and the nice kitchen, they put in a nice master bedroom bathroom, it might go over 1.63. But I'm telling you, an updated value average is $1,060,000. But you're at $950. I know that's where the buyer pool is. There's a big difference between the value of a house and where the buyer pool sits, right? And that's where that's where sellers don't get it. That's where a lot of agents don't get it. When we send our pricing out to our agents, this is what you should expect customary value. This is what you have to list it at. Even if it's updated, this is the list price. That's where the buyer pool is. The buyer pool has been authenticated at $950 in this case. It has not been authenticated at $1 million. So this document, this is showing also the agents. I've got, for those of you that can't see this, I've got now the market conditions. There's 4 houses that have sold. There's 1 under contract. There are 0 active houses. So now I'm looking at them going, well, there's nowhere to go. if you lose this one, there's nowhere to go right now. And who knows what's coming on between now and the end of the year. So if you want to go after this house, my recommendation is, could be anywhere between $1 million and $1.1 million, depending on how much value these people put on the house. My people have to be in this school district. They have to, then we give them the what ifs could take them over the top. If they have to be in the school district, they have to do this, if they have to do that, if they have neighbors in here, if they have mom and dad living in it, for whatever reason, it could go to 1.1. Went to 1.2. This is a presentation I did when I was presenting to a builder. Now we're going to flip-flop. Now we're going to go in and we're going after a purchase. We need to defend the price. How many people go in and you say, well, this home is listed for 2.25. Is it worth that? Can we offer them $2 million? Well, I'll tell you what we can do. We can figure out what the house is really worth and then make the builder sick or make the seller sick. And in this case, I counted, I think that's 18 active homes on the market and 1 under contract. So the pricing on this new home, I say, is not $2.25 million. It's really $2.1 million. Granted, you're a great builder. Granted, your home sell for more than the average builder. Let's call it 2.15, right? But it ain't 2.25. It's 2.15, and we ain't moving from that. You're not going to overpay for a house when 19 out of 20 homes are still active. Builder's scared. He says, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's do this. We'll do the 2.15. I'll throw in everything they want, the wet bar, the updated floors, the whole line. I'll give it all that stuff, $37,000 worth of stuff. 2.15 million, I'll throw in the 37,000. He's asking 2.25, and he's not moving until we defend the value. So in this case, we're defending the value when we sell the seller's house. We're defending the value when we're making an offer. You cannot just throw an offer in without saying how you arrived at that offer. So when people are buying homes, we get as many requests, we want to put a contract in on this house, can you do a pricing model for us? Fine. This is what you get. And this is what got $100,000, $137,000 knocked off the price of that house. We scared the hell out of them that there's nothing going under contract. You've got 19 homes on the market, and I have your value assessed at $2.15 million. Buyer wins, buyer wins, buyer wins. $170,000, $180,000 in this period. So when you want to know why I'm yelling and screaming, guys, it's time to move up. It's time for everybody to move up. Let's say we got $180,000 profit on this, right? We wouldn't have got it in May. We got it now. Mike, if I've got I've got Mike Filan in. Mike Filan does all our financing. Anybody needs a great lender, you want to work with Mike Filan. So Mike, $1 million house, 6%, 6.25%. If I wanted to buy it down to 5.25%, what would that cost? How many points would that cost me?
About 4 points, so $40,000.
So it cost $40,000. So I just made 180. If I took 40 of it and bought down the interest rate, I'm at 5.25. So I made a net $140,000. I'm in a new home. I didn't take the risk because I got to sell my old home. It was contingent on the sale of my own home. I'm in a brand new house at a nice price, and I got a 5.25% interest rate. And they wonder why I yell up and down and send out all the cards and send out brochures and say, guys, this winter is money. If you're gonna move up, and you've wanted to move up for the last 4 years or 5 years, cancel your vacation. Take a day off for Christmas, take a day off for Thanksgiving, cancel your vacations. We got to go find a house. See those 19 houses? Pretty nice buyer pool. All right. Last thing I want to talk about is this. Because this is a tale of two markets, because 25% of the homes are in the jet stream, they're selling fast. 75% are in the mud. They're not selling fast. We want to buy homes in the mud. We want to sell homes in the jet stream. Everybody got that? We got that. When you're an agent, now I'm going to flip over and talk to the agents. When you're an agent and you're going to present a contract, we want to what? We want to get paid, right? Agents want to get paid. They want to win the contract for their client. They've showed their client for a year and a half. They want to win the contract. Be nice. If you know you're dealing with a home in the jet stream, be nice. Let me give you a perfect example. Somebody from Samson Properties sent us a contract on Friday afternoon with the price a little bit over list price. With a drop dead, we had to have a decision within 4 hours. Not only that, then send an email to the agent going, I've copied my leader, my team leader. I want to know, has that contract been presented? Contract, bottom of the pile, baby. If an agent is willing to trying to overpower an agent before the contract, what are they going to be like after the contract? Be nice, play nice. Our agents take the exact opposite. We want to put in a contract, we want to be fair, we want to come in first. We want to give you something, we know you're going to use this contract to leverage it, maybe get higher contracts. But because of that, please give us rights of first refusal. If the number does come in at 1-1, can you just check back with me and give us an opportunity to match it? Because I'm doing you a favor, and I'm nice, I'm easy to work with. All my houses go to settlement. We don't kick out contracts, just be nice. The agent wants you to work with them. And our agents may say, we list a lot of houses. If you can help me, anytime you present a contract on one of our houses, I'll make sure that agent knows to help you. Let's wash each other's back. See how we're working together here? See how we're being nice? If you try and bully a person in the jet stream, a listing agent in the jet stream, you're going to lose, and you're going to lose big. Your chance of getting that contract is 0%, unless nothing else comes in and you're the only thing there. Now, all agents go, I sold this house in 4 hours. We could have sold it in 4 hours too. But we got an extra $30,000 and 4 backup contracts because we waited. You must wait. You must wait. The protocol is, I can't tell you how many times somebody may have taken a contract early. They kick out. You're stuck. You got no backups. You're stuck. Now you got to come back on the market. And everybody goes, hey, why are you back on the market? What's the matter? Failed home inspection? You're damaged goods. We cannot be damaged goods. Part of the protocol, you must wait the period. And the listing agent or the buying agent must respect that. They get it, right? Don't try and force a timetable or contingencies on a house in the jet stream. Don't present any obstacles. Partner, I just want my client the house. This is perfect. We're going to do a walk and talk. I'll make sure there's nothing wrong with the house. I'll have my inspector in there. We'll do a walk and talk. And just to make sure everything's, oh, you've got a home inspection? Yes, we've already done a home inspection. Here's a 100-page report on this house saying it's in great condition. Oh, well, we'll remove the home inspection. 10 out of 10 times. 10 out of 10 times. The average price for guidance to the people that are making their offer, the average price for a home that sells in the jet stream is 106% of the list price, just to give you some guidance. Now, my pricing model says it could go as high as 1.063, maybe a little bit more than that if somebody really values the school district. So the agents that are playing really nice in here are going to get that contract. The agents that are trying to bully you are not going to get that contract. Don't bully a jet stream contract, right? So if we're in the mud, and we buy homes that are in the mud. We don't sell homes in the mud. We buy homes that are in the mud. Because that's when I really have the leverage. We have the leverage. We don't have to be difficult about it. We're still going to be nice. We're going to be very nice. Hey, I think my clients like your house. I know my clients like your house. They're concerned about the price. Our keyword. We're concerned. We're concerned about the price. Our pricing model shows us we're $2.1 million. Again, I know you're a great builder. Let's butter them up. I know you're a great builder. You're probably worth $50,000 premium on all your houses. So we understand that. So 2.15 is a more appropriate number. Besides, the market conditions, they're looking at 18 different houses, 19 different houses that are on the market. I think we'd like this house, but we got to get it at this price. And they'd really love to have a wet bar, have this, have that, have this that put in, and it's going to be contingent on our home that we're going to sell. But don't worry about that. The home is worth $925. They've agreed to list it for $899. And here's 92 homes that we've listed this year that have all sold within the first week. And here's all the premiums they all got. So trust me, he's going in this pool. They're going in this pool for $980,000. We'll sell it there. We'll see you at the settlement table on November the 20th in the morning. There's a different way you talk to agents. And if you are a buyer out there and you're working with an agent that's trying to bully their way into a contract or negotiating on your, that's not the way you do it. We're just playing nice. Just play nice. You can still get $100,000 off. You can still get a $137,000 benefit if you play nice. You don't have to be mean about it. You know what I mean? And if you're presenting a contract on a home in the jet stream, don't be mean. Be nice. All right. So that's just a bunch of propaganda stuff. You can go ahead and take that off now, Justin. But yeah, I mean, the key to working in this market is understanding value, being able to negotiate the deal when you buy it, and being able to negotiate the higher than price when you sell it. But I will tell you that whether you're a seller thinking about selling, or you've got kids and you listen to this, or that, you know, anyone you know, friend, family, neighbor, business associate, that tried to move up and failed, now is the time. Now is the $150,000 to $180,000. Let's stop with the bigger numbers. Let's go back down. It's the time for a person to sell a $400,000 house and move to a $650,000 or $700,000. It's time for you to leave a townhouse and buy the single-family home that you've always wanted. You couldn't buy it because 75% went under contract in the first week. You can now. There's enough agents making mistakes. There's enough sellers overpricing. And I see it every day. I see it. We price houses for agents. I said you can't go over 2.15. And I go back a week or two later. It's been on the market for 15 days. 2.2 million. I didn't say 2.2 million. I said 2.15 million. You missed it. You missed it. You didn't do your predictive analysis. You missed it. There's enough of those houses on there. 75%, they're stuck, and they don't know what to do. All we got to do is help them. We'll come in and say, hey, this house is not worth 2.2 million. It's worth 2.1 or less, because nobody's done it and you're nervous. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll give you 2.1, but it's contingent on us selling our own home. And here's the pricing model, and here's everything we're going to do to sell that house. We're going to sell that house, and we'll see its settlement on a certain day. Give them confidence, and that's how you do it. That's how you move up in a market like this, and we have been unable to do it until June or July of this year. And I'm telling you that this winter, there's going to be people making a lot of money, and I don't mean just the money part of it. That's from the agent side. From the home buyer side, you're going to be able to get into a nice new home. You're going to get a reasonable price. You're going to sell your home right away. You're going to stay in the jet stream. You're going to buy in the mud. You're going to make, if it's a smaller price house, let's say you're going to make at least 10% of the value of what you're buying. So if you're buying a $750,000, you're going to make at least $75,000 selling what you've got and moving up. If you do it right, if we play nice and you do it correctly. My name is Casey Samson. You've been listening to Coffee with Casey, where we come to you every Thursday at 10:30, and we talk about market conditions and market strategies. The market strategy we just discussed is moving up in the winter, and it's a big one. If you know any family, friends, business associates, or neighbors that have failed to move up, tell them to give us a call. 703-508-2535. We'll see you again next week.